What's up, champs? What's going on? Welcome back to Coach Ron Talk Show with Sweet Feet. So today's topic, we're going to talk about trusting the process. You know, trusting the process. It's a complex topic.
Very.
You know what I mean? It's because it's so much. When I say trust the process, but and the reason I say that is because, you know, you wanna get marinated, man. I know some. I'm a fighter. I'm still a fighter. We're fighters. We all fighters. You know what I mean? I feel like we all fighters, and the simple fact is because, you know, we fight every day. Think about it. We fight with our inner demons. We fight with emotions. We fight with just life itself. You know what I mean? So we fighters. We all fighters. But you know, particularly in boxing, you know, you wanna really trust the process. You wanna trust your coach. You want to trust your gym. You want to trust your you know, where you at right now. As far as taking your time, you know, you don't want to rush, especially in boxing. You don't want to rush your fundamentals. You don't want to rush your process because it'll pay off, and you'll realize that we just sparred. So, you know, champ just sparred. That's why she's a little, you know, a little tired, sweaty, whatever. She did great, by the way. But anyways. You know, you gotta trust it, man. Don't rush the process because it's important. Oh, and like I was saying, it's gonna pay off.
All right.
It's gonna pay off, and when you spar and you realize that, you know, that you're able to put those things that you've been taught for so long, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 months, and put them in there, and then you realize, oh, this is why I've been doing it. You know what I mean? And so it's important. Brianna's a perfect example. You know what I mean? She's a perfect example of that. As far as how many months you did footwork, not just footwork, but just trusting the process and doing what you were supposed to be doing.
About like a year.
You know, a good year. You know, good.
Yeah.
I mean,
right now we're just starting to like spar more and get more ring general stuff, and but like for like almost a whole year I was just practicing on like my footwork, my fundamentals, how to block, how to, you know, boxing basically. So it took a very long time, but I don't think you should worry about the future. Just worry about what you got to do and how you're going to do it. Because if you skip things, then in the future you're not going to know what you skipped. So you're going and it's going to be like a mess because you're going to have to go back and then go forward and then go other places. And you aren't going to want to do that. So just trust the process, go through the whole thing, listen to your coach, and yeah.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. It's just trusting the process. I agree. You know, like she said, you know, you don't want to jump to things. That's why there's levels. You know what I'm saying? There's levels, and you know your footwork. Once you learn your footwork, you want to learn your defense.
Right.
Once you learn your defense, you want to learn your offense. Because, like I tell everybody, man, punches. I mean, come on, everybody could throw punches. You know what I mean? Anybody. You know, anybody could throw punches. Anybody could throw punches. Not a lot of people know how to defend themselves from punches. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody could be on offense. Everybody could throw punches, but do you know how to block them? Do you know? And then not only do you know how to block them, but do you realize that your footwork helps you? You know, you know what I mean? It gets you in trouble and it gets you out of trouble. You know, believe it or not. You know, your footwork gets you in trouble if you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. If you skip maybe your footwork and you know, you learn your line drill. Let's say you learn your line drill and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'm ready to spar. You know, then you're missing, you know, your lateral movement, how to cut the ring, you know, just so much stuff. So this is what I say about do not rush the process, you know, and trust the process, actually, because it does get boring, unfortunately, right?
Right.
It does, you know what I'm saying? It does get boring. You know, you're doing, and that's something with boxing, man. You're always learning. Me as a coach, till this day, right now, I'm learning. I'm a student of the game. I'm still learning. You know, I still see things. I still catch things. I still see things. I still see other trainers. I still see, you know, and I appreciate all the trainers out there here in Houston who has showed love, support, you know, helped me in some type of way. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that because, you know, unfortunately in the sport of boxing, there's a lot of hate.
A lot.
You know, a lot of envy, you know, just, you know, and I've noticed that here a lot. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, here in Houston, you know what I mean? I've noticed that there's not a lot of
Communication.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, not a lot of group. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's just me, but going back to what I was saying, as far as, I appreciate everyone supporting and showing love somehow, some way, you know what I'm saying? So, and y'all know who you are, man, and y'all haters, I don't know y'all, but you know who y'all are. But yeah, man, going back to the trust, it's a very, very important, man. So,
it's a long process.
So my recommendation is don't rush. Don't rush. Take your time. If it is really what you want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because let's be real. We get a lot of people, not just in my gym, and just in general, that they want to, they say, yeah, they're going to want to box, do this. And unfortunately, they don't. And it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. You know what I'm saying? In the sense that it's just hard. They realize it's almost going back to where it says motivation versus discipline. See what I'm saying? Like I talked about this topic a long time ago. Not here, but motivation versus discipline. Like, we get motivated.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you get motivated. You watch a fight right now, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm ready. You feel me? Like, yeah, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to run. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Because you're motivated at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? That 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock alarm sounds, and you're like, oh, hold up. All of a sudden, discipline kicks in.
Right.
So all of a sudden, you're like, oh, man, you know what? Yeah, I could run tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever. And you're not going to start.
Right.
Because you don't have the discipline. That's why I say motivation versus discipline. You see what I'm saying?
And motivation can come for like a long time. For like 2 months, 1 month, 1 week. It just depends on what you got motivated on. But discipline is going to take you throughout the whole thing until the finish.
Absolutely. It's like discipline is doing things that you don't want to do, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's discipline, you know what I mean? Because think about it. I know for a fact you don't want to wake up in the morning 6, 7 o'clock when I wake you up and go run. No. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't. I know she doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But she does it. Why? Because she's building that discipline at such early age, which is great. And I tell her and I tell everybody, maybe she fights and that's it. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to do it no more. Or whatever we decide, as a team. And I'm okay with it, you know what I mean? Because I know for a fact that what I've taught her and what boxing teaching her is discipline, man. Believe it or not, it taught me a lot of discipline. Unfortunately, with my boxing career, I messed up. I broke my hand, but that was an excuse. I used that excuse a lot of years until like now, maybe 5 years ago, that I matured and I said, you know what? That was just an excuse. You know what I mean? Like, Muhammad Ali fought with a broken jaw. You know what I mean? Like, fighters fought, broke their hands, and they still recuperate and fight. So it was like an excuse I was looking out every time they asked me, what happened with your boxing career? Because, they were like, man, you were pretty good. I was decent, man. I had a lot of fights, a lot of amateur fights. You know what I'm saying? I was decent, man. So, but it was more the discipline, unfortunately. I'm disciplined now. But I guess at that early age, I wasn't. You know what I mean? So, but, going back to the process, you know what I'm saying? It's just trusting that process because it will take you far. It will take you far. Look, not for nothing, but Brianna's been sparring, and she's done pretty good, and she's been sparring people that has fights already and that got experience. Some work with her, absolutely, I agree. We have a girl, very talented, man. I don't want to say her name. I don't know, we can or not, whatever. I don't want to put out there, but she's very talented. For me, she's like extremely good. We get work with her, and I know she works for Brianna because I tell little by little, hey man, you can start opening up because if she did open up, yeah, you probably hurt Brianna. You know what I mean? Like, it should be too much for her. So it's great, man, and I really appreciate it. Everybody that works with her, teaching her. You know what I mean? And little by little, she's opening up. She's doing good, actually. She sparred today with, another sparring partner that very, very good. And she did great, you know what I'm saying? She actually, and then again, I'm pretty sure that he was working with her as well to the point where she's able to work, though. And it was great, man. So I'm really proud of her progress. And this is why I say you got to trust the process, man. You got to trust your coach. If your coach tells you you're going to throw the jab, and you're going to do the line drill for 3 months, well, there's a plan for that. You know what I'm saying? Do it and listen. And don't be these type of fighters or students that they just, you know what I'm saying, they just want to jump and skip stuff. You know what I mean? Do the line drill. Okay, coach, can I spar? All right, no, you can't spar. You know, and it's hard for us as coaches to break it down and hurt students' feelings, I guess, because some get hurt. Like, man, I know I got what it takes. Yeah, but you gotta remember too that a coach is looking out for you too. You know what I mean? A good coach, let's say that, a good teacher looks out for you. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to get you hurt. You know, because if that was the case, then you throw him in there with anybody, and then what's gonna happen? You discourage the fighter.
Right.
That's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to discourage the fighter. So keep trusting the process, guys. And you know, you hear from her, not just from me. You hear from her. You know what I'm saying? She's been doing it. We're going for 1.5 years, right? And like I say, I'm pretty sure you guys, we heard this before. I'm pretty sure I said it before. She's been doing she did footwork alone for 3-4 months. Just that alone. Then we work and guys, she's still learning. She's still green.
I still need a lot of learning.
You know what I mean? She's still green, guys, which is crazy. You know what I mean? She's still green. A lot of people tell me, damn, coach, you ready. She's ready to fight. She's ready. No, she's not. You know what I'm saying? She's not. We still, yeah, she's further in. You know what I mean? We're almost there. You know, that puzzle, right? Don't you agree? Mm-hmm. That puzzle, we just got a few missing, what you call those little things from the puzzle? The little chips, I guess? I don't know. You know, yeah, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But there's a few pieces. There you go. You know, I'm not from this country, man. You know what I mean? Nah, but, you know, I love this country, by the way. I love it. I love USA, by the way, man. I love USA. I'm Colombian. I'm from Colombia, but I love USA. There's nothing like this country, man. I know it's corrupt and all that, but whatever. We're going to a whole different thing.
You know,
anyway,
we're going into, like, politics.
I know. So, just a few pieces missing. And today she showed me that. That was great, man. More aggressiveness, more ring generalship, you know what I mean? Things that I look in a fighter that we need before you fight.
Right.
So.
Also, don't get discouraged if one of your sparrings isn't as good as the last one. All your sparrings aren't going to be, you know, you spotting and, not spot. You be in the spotlight and, like, you doing the best you can, because even though one sparring from the outside view, it's not going to be helpful, or it's just like, so what, I got beat up. Actually, you can learn from it, and so the next time you could, you know, learn from the mistakes, and then you learn more. I'd rather get beaten up than have the spotlight each time, every time. So
that was a very good point, valid good point, Brianna. That's excellent, because you don't learn. That's what it comes down to. Now, yeah, you don't want to get beat up to where you get discouraged. You know, I understand that. You know, that's where you have a coach in the corner, be like, Tom, yeah, she had enough, or he had enough. You know what I mean? But you do want to learn. It's like I read something today. It said you don't want to be the smartest person in your room, right, or in your group. You see? You don't want to be the smartest person in your group. Then what you going to learn? Like, you want to be with people that are smarter than you. In this case, you want to be people that are better than you. You want to spar people that are better for you. Why? Because you're going to get better. They're going to bring you up to that level. Right. You know what I mean? And it's great.
And even they might learn something.
Absolutely. Like, and it's great, too, because I hear a lot of sometimes that, you know, there's a lot of fighters that don't spar, or their coaches don't let them spar somebody that's not at their level or better. And I respect that, you know what I mean? Because you know, it does bring them down to that level. So you definitely want to, so you don't understand that, but that's why I'm so appreciative of the people that work with her, man. And you know, because for real, a lot of people won't. So that's dope. And like what she said, man, don't get discouraged. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have always the top, you know, you're not gonna be, you know, the spotlight, like she said, you know, in sparring, you're not gonna always have the best. It's okay, because these champs, I've seen, you know, my trainers gym had a lot of prospects. You know, Nate Campbell, Edna Cherry, Miguel Cotto, we had training camp there. Emmanuel Augustus, El Terrible. Oh man, so many. Thurman. We seen Thurman. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many. You know what I mean? It's just so many. The Colombian. God, he's from Merida, Barranquilla. Man, I can't believe I forgot his name. Juan Urango. There you go, Juan Urango. Oh, he had El Gato, Francisco Figueroa. You know, a lot of people in his gym that I've seen spar, and trust me, man, you know, you'd be surprised. But then they go and they're ready for their fight. And they go and then they defend their title, or they go and they win a fight. Matter of fact, I was in Nate Campbell's training camp when he fought Juan Diaz. from here, from Houston.
Yeah, from Savannah.
Yeah, and he beat him. And honestly, he was the underdog. And you know what I'm saying? And I seen his training camp, and I seen it's so many things. You know what I'm saying? So, you're gonna see that. You're gonna see people get probably the best or get beat up in sparring, but then go out there and defend their title and knock somebody out.
Right.
It's just like that. You know what I mean? Because you gotta think about something too, guys. That in a training camp, they're tired, man. They're exhausted. They're running 6, 7, 10 miles a day. They're having brutal training. And then they spar them. My coach had us, I remember I had the pros and myself run 3, 4 miles in the treadmill before you spar. You know what I mean? Like, imagine no legs, no nothing, but it pushes you, stuff like that. Things like that. So, it's great, man. It's great when you spar better competition, man, because all you're going to do is get better.
Right.
So, pretty much that's what it is, man. So, I really appreciate, you guys tuning in, subscribe, support. Like I always say, follow her journey. We keep grinding. She keeps sharpening her craft. I keep learning, getting better as a coach. And just appreciate it. I just appreciate everybody. Like I said a couple of posts ago, I appreciate everybody that gives me the opportunity to train them. Even if, they leave, they don't leave, it's not for them, whatever it is. But, just thank you for everybody that comes in these doors and gives me the opportunity to train them. Appreciate it, champ. Y'all have a good one. Peace out. God bless. Take care.